Welcome back to Space Haven. In this episode we are going to decorate the HMS Prince Blyv. And I've set up some queued build orders for these blocks. We might need to pause the recording every now and then while we wait for more blocks, but we have plenty of resources necessary to build those blocks. I should have had another block refinery, but there's no room for that in here. And I'm not going to have an industry on this one, so I might extend the industrial area down here, because we can move some of these. Some of these will be removed, and some of them can be moved, and then we can have room for more than one block refinery if we need it, or other machines that we might need more than one of. Anyways, let's just pause the game while I start placing down stuff. So the most important thing, first of all, is the energy. We want to build the power nodes. Now I've set up a rather intricate system for how I want those nodes. Let's get rid of the walls. I'll start with the in-floor power node that's supposed to be here. Not supposed to be there. It's supposed to be there. Then we are supposed to have an in-floor power node 1, 2, 3, 4 there. And now these give a perfect coverage. It's 4 out and 4 out. The next power node will be there, whereas we want one power node there. Then we want a wall power node here, and a wall power node turned the other way around there. Middle mouse button. Then we want a power node there, and I hope that'll work, because there is supposed to be a small storage there, and it won't work. But then again, this room has more tiles than necessary, so it's going to be fine actually. Okay, let's continue with the nodes. We want one directly across that door, and I think I want it to be that way. Then we want one here. There should be 2 spaces, and then one there. The final one should be there. But I'll have to build it there. And that'll give coverage, so that'll be fine. Kind of breaks with my alignment here though. I thought I could build it on the corner there, but of course I can't. One way of dealing with that is of course to extend the hull down 1, so I get that, because I really want it to be there. I will do that. Wait to allow someone to go do that before we can continue. Get rid of the walls again. Didn't mean to pause. There we go. And then we need to build a wall here and here, and these need to be high construction priority. Thank you, Arakel. Good. Now we can build the nodes that I want. Power, wall power node. Really? Are you serious with me, game? I can build one there, but I can't build one here. What's the deal with that? Okay, just some lag. So one on each side like that, and then there should be one here. One here. One here. And one here. And then an in-floor power node there. And an in-floor power node there. And the final power node that we need in this room should be on that one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. Good. I believe the entire room here is covered by all of these nodes. In this room, we want a power node there. And on the bridge, we want a power node here and a power node here. And then we want a power node there in the corner and there in the corner. And then we have all the power nodes up and running. And this time I actually got the grid right. With a little minor adjustment here and here. Let them build those. Because there's no reason to furnish the ship before we have power in place. That'll take out some of our energy blocks, so I need to make more of those. That will take out a substantial amount of our infra blocks. Right, they're sleeping again, of course. Starvation. You should go eat then, Arakel. Can I make him eat? Jobs, settings. Oh, no, I cannot make him eat. What if I draft him? That's a bit weird. Okay, so it didn't go away. He did eat in the lunch break there. Good. That had me a bit worried for a moment. Oh, right. We need to do this as well. This thing, we will select all. No more. And we want this to always have 20. If I set it to 50, I think they're just going to fill up the energy rod on that ship, so that probably is fine. However, it's probably not a good idea to set it to that just now, so let's set it to 20 for now. Just so we don't run out of power on the main vessel. That would be embarrassing. Now they are working quite a bit on the other vessel as well, which is why they are not going over there. Just a few power nodes left and we can link all of them. Good. And then I need to build the batteries. I forgot about that. Power capacity node. We want one there and one there. And we want one here. We want one there and there. That should be sufficient. They're already on their lunch break again. I'll pause until they wake up. And now it doesn't change the scene automatically, so here we are. Now the batteries have, that took a few days because when they prioritize doing industry, that's for sure. So only Arakel went over here a few times, but that's fine. Let's do the links. We want these two to be linked to one another, and this one should be linked to that one, and that one. This one should be linked to that one, and that one. Now, let's do the links. Not really sure what I've done here, but I think that this one is a lonely power node. Link to this and this. Actually, it doesn't need to be linked to that, because it has to be linked to this one, which will then be linked to the battery, and this one will be linked like that, and then like so. Now this will link to those two. This will link to this one and this one and this one. This one will link to that one and that one. Actually, I think it's a good idea to link it to that one because of the battery. This one goes to this, which then in turn goes to the battery, and the battery cannot link to that one, which is a bit of an annoyance because it's too far away. So I might want to have another power node there just to be able to link. I think I'll do that because there is nothing that I want to build there anyways. Let's go back to the link mode. This one links to that one, and yeah, that's a completely unnecessary link. So we go like that and that and that, and this one goes to that one, and down and down. And now we have the links in order. Not two perfect straight lines because of the generators, but that's not really a main concern I have to be honest. There is a limit to my neatness as well. But now the entire ship should be powered. Boom. Very good. So it's time to fill in other things that we need on this vessel. I want to have one more large storage here. And then in this room, we are supposed to have a large storage there. And here we also want some furniture. Let's have an X1 couch, one of the big ones. And let's put that there with a little nice round table in the middle. Then we want a light. And this won't be correct. Food, we need a kitchen. That's quite important to have a kitchen here. Geesh, that was difficult to find. So there should be 3 spots left. 1, 2, 3. That looks perfect. Then we want a couple of lights on each side of that. And then we want some chairs. They should start here. There should be 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, and tables. There's supposed to be a row of chairs there as well, but that might cause issues with the tables. So let's build this first, and we'll build those chairs last. And then facility, we want to have arcade machines. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we need some lights as well. So we'll have a light there and a light here. And also we want a couple of jukeboxes, one on each side. And this is the comfort room. I'm sure everyone is horribly and hugely surprised by that. Then we want a couple of toilets in here, 4 of them to be specific. A light in the middle. And we should also have a wall light there. And there, I think. Beds. Now this room is an interesting one. But we'll just have 2 beds like that. With a wall light here and a wall light here. And then we have this room. We're supposed to have 3 beds like so. And we know how much they value their comfort, so we'll put up lights in there. And now we need to go to the food. And I want this place to be... I don't think I need that many, because I've made room for 4 grow beds, but we need more crew before we have all 4 of them up. So let's build 3 of them for now. And then we need storage as well. I think we can have 2 storages here, and these storages will have water. And then of course we need CO2 generators in this room. I want to have 2 of them. And I want to close the vents. So we'll have water and carbon in these. This room will have enough light as is, so I'm not going to be very bothered with that for now. Pods. Don't really need pods on this ship, but I'm going to build 2 pod hangars anyways. Then we have the shuttle hangars. Is it there? Yeah, this room is way too big compared to what I actually made on my sketch. Interestingly enough, maybe I have the wrong dimensions for these. They're supposed to be 6 by 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Aha. Yeah, I have 1 mistake on them. So 2 shuttle bays. And for life support, we want to have oxygen generators, strangely enough. We'll have 1 there, and 1 there, and 2 gas scrubbers in the middle. As you probably remember, these things create annoyance for our crew. And an oxygen generator and a gas scrubber there. I think this is overkill in terms of oxygen. I don't think we have that many on this ship. We have 2 here. Yeah, I think that's overkill. We have 3 on this vessel, so we don't really need these. That'll be fine. And the vents should be good. Now, a very important thing that we need to build, of course, is an H2O purifier. But with the size of this room, I plan to have 1 on each side. We can have 2 of them here with small storage for the ice. Let me just check the power overlay. Yeah, only this and this part does not have power. And that's exactly how it's supposed to be. Okay, let's have them have a go at this. We also need temperature or thermal regulators on this vessel. The stash attack, do they have any blocks? Only soft blocks. So we don't need to trade with them. Of course, everyone is asleep, so I think I'll pause the recording while they build all of this, because otherwise this is going to be an extensively long episode as well. Okay, we've done the stuff that needs to be built over here, and I've also built temperature regulators. As you can see, they are currently out of power. That's because they have no energy rods, which actually had me think that it would have been a good idea to have one of these energy refineries over here, but I don't think there's room for it, because the energy refinery, well, it's kind of bad. It creates hazardous gas and a lot of heat, so it would have to be in behind a space lock. And I think we'll just... most of the people who are doing industry is going to be left over here anyways, so I think I'll just have another one of these, so I have 2 of them. And I'll make them here. Now, as you can see, they do transfer over the stuff, but I haven't set up anything rules-wise yet, so we'll get to that though. System-wise though, what we want to do now is build our hull stabilizers on this vessel, and we'll have one of each of them here, and we also want shield generators. We want bridge computers, whereas we need a navigation console. We'll build that there. Want a weapons console there, shields console here, and we don't really need an operations console, but I'll build it anyways there. I think that's the same configuration I have over here. No, I have the shield and weapons the opposite way around. That's not really a major concern. Go figure. Then, what else do we need? Storage. That storage should be available for both of these rooms. I'm going to have to pause again while they make more blocks, because we really need more blocks. I think we'll have the storage here. That way it'll be easy for them to access this. This will be the storage for fire. What now? Okay, it's in there. Not a problem. These need energy cells. These need energy cells. The hull stabilizers don't need anything. Bridge equipment does either. So we'll have energy cells in those, in that storage over here for the shield and turrets. I'm going to have 4 turrets on this vessel as well. Might as well just set them up. System, energy turret. We want to have 1 there, and 1 there, and 1 there, and 1 there. That should be all 16 system points. So no room for a scanner, but I don't really feel like having a scanner either, as I've explained. Need that. These are red because we need blocks. We are in dire need of infra blocks. So that's just something that we have to deal with. The other thing that we need here, of course, are hypersleep chambers. We want to have 4 of them in this room, because they need energy rods, and the energy rods are being stored in this thing here. Do note that even though this has a demand thing, it says auto transfer rules between storages on this ship. We'll get around to that. This is also reserved for hypersleep chambers in case we get more crew members. And yes, I have overbuilt things in terms of I don't really need to have room for 8 crew members just yet. But, what the heck. We can build these chairs as well now. And what else do we need here? We need some wall lights in this room because we want the comfort in this room to be as high as possible. That should be fine. Maybe you guys sell some blocks that I need. No, you don't, but you do sell, and we do need that. We'll buy that from you. Can have some of this. I don't want to give them any money. Actually, let's give them 1 of that and fill up with raw chemicals. Okay, now this is the medical bay. So we want a storage, not large, small storage here. And facility, medical beds, we want 3 of them. And then, of course, you know what, I think we're going to move them 1 over. So we can build a light here and a wall light there, there. We need that? I don't think we need that. We do need more light on this vessel, though. Can move this there. Doors do give away a little bit of light. I don't want to overdo it with the lights because lights do draw power, and that's bad. Get them symmetrical at least. That should suffice. Now we can't have it the same way over here. I think we'll just have that one, and we'll have a light there, and light there. On the bridge, we'll have 1 light there, 1 light there, and 1 light there, and that should be sufficient. We also want to have a lamp there, and then 1 there, and 1 there. And I intend to build a storage here somewhere. Oh, that's a bad idea. Okay. Activate that. Otherwise we won't get the hyperdrives in. I've miscalculated 1 here. That's much better. I think the storage can be in the middle there, actually. So it should be sufficient with a wall light here and a wall light here. And then we want one there, I think. Should probably also have a couple of them in the oxygen room, and in the water room we need one. This area is not really that important. We do want to have one there, there, and there. It's not really necessary though. And now we're waiting for the infra blocks to finish, so we're almost ready. We are really almost ready. What we will do though, before I pause, is set up the yes, I can just go to this, rules, and ship level. So this ship should always request a minimum of 20 water, a minimum of 20 energy rods. We also need to have some hull blocks over here. We don't need many, so 5 should suffice. It's just for the pods and the shuttles. We want to request 5 vegetables, 5 fruit, 5 meat. They should be able to make that themselves, so that'll probably be the other way around after a while. We need 5 IV fluids. We need 5 medical supplies. Ice, we need a minimum of 20 of that. Probably transfer more of that, to be honest. Carbon, we need a minimum of 10. Have I forgotten anything? Yes, I've forgotten fuel. I want to have, how much do we have on it? 106, so we want to have a minimum of 20 fuel. And I believe that's it. There we go. I'll pause again now while they do things, and be back very soon. Here we are, and I just need to change the scene manually. Now they've built more or less everything. The only thing we need now is the hyperdrive. Or it is, yeah, we need the hyperdrives. I paused the why have I built gas scrubbers? That's completely wrong. Because I didn't want to use the carbon. But when I'm using gas scrubbers, they don't use carbon, so that's not a problem. Okay, now storage. We want to have a small storage there. And then systems. We want hyperdrives here. I don't know if we need all 4 of them right away. But I think we need 3. Critical resources low, hull blocks. Yeah, these things need hull blocks, and I don't think I'm making too many of those. No. Let's make 30 of those. I might as well just build all of the 4 hyperdrives right away and get it over with. And let's see here. I've torn down some of these, and as you may see or notice, I've changed the you have this thing here where you can change the interior look of a room. I've done that. It has less of a grid pattern except for this place. I'll do that on the other vessel as well. but we only need the hyperdrives now, and then we are basically ready to go. I've noticed that we have spent a fair amount of ice on this venture. I'm not sure why, because we haven't really used that much water. There's 20 over there. I thought we were over 100, but no idea what's going on there. We are going down on the energium, but that's normal because they are now creating energium for both ships. So this might have been a mistake. I mean, I might have built too big. If so, well, then another lesson learned. It's always fun to learn these lessons. But one thing that I want to do is go back to the derelict that we had. It wasn't a derelict, it was a claimable vessel, and see if that vessel is actually worth tearing down things from. Because if it is, then we'll get some infra blocks from that, and some hull blocks as well, and we need that now. It will be better than manufacturing it ourselves. I should also build those carbon generators. Do it right this time. And we're just waiting for them to come over and finish up, and I'll transfer the crew that is supposed to be on this vessel as well. And then we will hop on over and check the claimable ship. They're quite busy doing the industrial work, so that's why there's not so many people coming over here. Oh, here we go. That'll help. Okay, now stop these two, because we don't need them running currently. And speed things down. Crew. So the persons that I selected, I'll just pause it actually. The person that I've selected to be the crew of the second vessel are respectively Bugbyte. He's good at navigation, operation, and medical, and also industry, which is good. Kugo, good at navigation and medical, which is important to have one that is good at medical. Sydney, she's good at shields and botany and industry, which is good. I'm a bit miffed about the industry, but we have many people with industry, so it should be fine. And finally, Wise Guy, who is good at operations. Bugbyte will be allowed to be a gunner on the second vessel, even though he only has 2 dots. I've set Jane, our prisoner, to be recruited. She's on 7.9% chance now, with a chance of 2.7% to rebel. But her skill is 3 in gunnery, and when she's recruited, she'll be the 5th crew member of the HMS Prince Blyv. So now, let's set home ship Prince Blyv for Bugbyte. Kugo, set home ship Prince Blyv. Sydney, set home ship Prince Blyv. And Wise Guy, set home ship Prince Blyv, accept. And then we need to start up the growth process. We'll have 5 making fruit. We'll have 5 making vegetables. And we'll have 5 making artificial meat. And then I can start these carbon generators. We also need to set these to refine ice, if less than 50. Come on. if less than 50. Done. And I think we are basically ready then. So let's prepare for a hyperjump for the entire fleet. I should probably build a craft in these, but I don't think I have the necessary resources for it. Which of course means that I should go to the global rules and make sure that we have prisoner recruited. That is handy. Jane. Okay. Let's rename Jane. We promised TuneFix version 2, but that'll have to wait. This will be Salem. Again, we're going with the unisex approach here. You can have a red shirt. And black pants. And let's go back there. And Salem, you set home ship. No, that's wrong. Salem, set home ship, Prince Blyv. And yeah, I was doing this ship level. Crap. Sorry about that. Ship level. Electronics component. Let's have 10 of those. So energy cells. We need to have a minimum of 20 of those. We're not making those ourselves. So. Anything else? No, that should be fine. Oh, right, labor laws. That's the wrong ship. So, Salem, you're allowed to do all of these jobs. Actually, you're not allowed to do navigation nor operations because you're the gunner. There we go. We have 2 people who can do navigation. Betabyte and Kugo. And the rest of it looks pretty good. We have 2 botanists, we have 2 medical officers, 2 who are very good at making water. The construction skill of these guys leaves something to be desired, but yeah. Okay. Probably shouldn't do this, but okay. Let's jump over to... Wait, there isn't any system here that has a claimable vessel. Okay, well, then we'll actually just drop. Because I don't want to go to the next system before the next episode. So we can flip them around, but let's just drop down like that. Deploy. And there we go. So, I hope that you found this interesting and fun. Thank you all so much for joining me, and I will see you all in the next episode where we will move on to system number 10.